Well, sometimes when two people bring their unique love of plants together, magic happens. Chris Young and Susan Ottaviano are known as the Two Green Witches, and their new book, The Green Witch's Guide to Magical Plants and Flowers, has just been released. Here's Claudia's chat with them about that book.
Okay, before we jump right into a book that you have coming out very soon, I want to know how you two came together.
Well, we came together on this over martinis, right, Susan?
Oh, how we decided to do the book. Yes,
That's a good way.
We were having martinis and stuffed celery at Frank and Musso in LA, and we were talking about how we would love to do something together and bring together our talents of, like, Chris is an encyclopedia of plants, and put my artwork and our love of flowers together and make something beautiful. And we did.
That's how.
This is our book.
Yeah, there it is. It's real.
That is such an accomplishment and something cool to collaborate together. So when did the idea of a book first come about, and what was that process like? Kind
of at the beginning of COVID, right?
Well, the Musso and Frank was 2017. So we've been working on this for a while. It takes a while to do the book and to get a book deal and everything. But that was when we first started working on it, I guess, in 2018. And then we've been working on it ever since. So hang in there. Your dreams can come true. If there's something you really want to do, just
keep at it.
Set your intentions and manifest the idea.
Yeah, that's the witchy thing to do. Set your intentions always.
Absolutely. Well, here you are with that book. I mean, I think that is super, super cool. Well, Chris, our executive producer, Risa, is a self-proclaimed kitchen witch. She has all these great little potions and ideas. And with this book, do you have to be a specific person to read it, or is it for anyone?
It's really for anybody. We've made it as simple as possible. All the spells are super simple. There's nothing that's overwhelming. And the fun thing about being a green witch is there's no secret handshake. There's no coven. You do your own thing. And it's very what Susan and I like to call free form witchcraft.
Okay. So, with that, what is your favorite chapter in the book, Susan? Is there a certain chapter that really speaks to you, or that you knew you had to get into this book?
Well, I think it was roses. I think that we definitely knew we were going to do roses before Chris came up with all the other amazing flowers that we did. So the roses, I think, have a special place in my heart. But I've learned so much more about plants now that I've been with Chris, and then I've also illustrated all of them. When you look at things, you really get to know them and you really understand them more. And it's been such a gift. So that's my favorite, I would say. But I've got a lot of favorites. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
So cool. Well, my mom talks to her plants like they're little babies. I mean, she literally like her rose, and she's like, "Oh, you look so pretty today." And when we were growing up, my brothers and I would look at her like, "You are an odd one." But Chris, that's probably very normal. And talk to me about what you do with plants and how you tied that into the book.
Oh, I'm a tree hugger from way back. I always tell people I kind of rely on books like this. It's the Cunningham Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. That's kind of how I learn a lot about magical properties. And but I also find that you can learn a lot about them just by spending time with them. And when you grow an oak tree from an acorn, you really learn about its tenacity and its strength and its groundedness, just spending time with it.
Okay, so my mom was not crazy.
No, she was not. She was not. She was what we like to call kooky.
Okay. Well, she always had beautiful gardens. I am the worst. And that's, I need some tips from her. Well, how can we connect with you guys, Two Green Witches? What's the best way to stay to date on everything that you guys are doing?
Well, you can follow us on Two Green Witches. It's the number 2 on Instagram, and we're posting videos of our tips, and we're going to start our 10 days of tips for Two Green Witches in a couple of days about all different special tips from the book. But mostly we want to teach you to be creative and take our spells and our tips and use them as a jump-off point and create your own magic.
I love that it has tips, especially for people like me who I do not have a green thumb, but I would love to. 2 Green Witches, that's with the number 2. Make sure you guys follow on Instagram. I'm going to follow right now.
Thank you so much.
We'll follow the 2 Green Witches, Chris Young and Susan Ottaviano, on Instagram at 2 Green Witches. Their new book, The Green Witch's Guide to Magical Plants and Flowers, is coming out soon.